I'm not a creative guy, so I get it. Whenever I sat down to write copy, my mind would go blank. Finding the right words were tough, and even if I managed to start writing, I kept second guessing myself, deleting sentence after sentence. I sat at my desk and waited for divine inspiration to come. It didn't. Look, if you're born creative and you've no problem writing and coming up with ideas that persuade on the spot, then there's no need for you to watch the rest of this video. But for the other 99% of beginners watching, you are suffering from what I call the blank page blues. So if you want to go from beginner to copywriter, then you gotta watch this video to find out the simple 4-part formula that'll help you write good copy on demand so you can make bank. Stay around to the end to get a saucy bonus resource for absolutely free. So this is epic. It all starts with writing a killer headline. Now before you take a photo of these fill in the blank frameworks, let me explain the essence of a killer headline. And it all starts with the For You checklist. In order for a headline to be even considered by the pros, it must tick at least 2 out of these 4 boxes. Number 1, the headline must have a sense of urgency on some level. This is a reason for the reader to act now, such as a specific deadline. Number 2, it must be unique to offer the reader new hope, such as a new method. Number 3, an ultra-specific element is key. This can be a specific number or a specific niche. And number 4, of course, the headline must be useful to the viewer in some way. If you're still confused, let's run through these examples. Self-made millionaire reveals for the first time, so that's useful and urgent. Step-by-step secret online income system that pushes the ultra-specific and unique just to prove it actually works. It also pushes the Nesby emotions really well. Next you have, this is from KJ Rainey, and the one above is from Iman Gassi. So, useful. KJ, the anti-guru, reveals the secret to making money online. How anyone can master the art of digital persuasion, that's unique, and useful again to make 5 to 15K per month from anywhere in the world. And ultra specific numbers, 11,764 in 46 days. Here's some more quick tips that you can use to guarantee clicks in your headlines. So, number 1, appeal to life force 8. This is things that humans desire naturally. So if you can appeal to these things, then they're gonna 100% click. Number 2, address your target market directly in the headline. If you accurately depict in your headline who the copy is for, then this will guarantee you clicks. They'll think, this is made exactly for me. Specificity wins in copywriting. And number 3, use these fill in the blank templates if you're stuck with coming up with ideas. So write these down or take a picture of them and keep them beside your copy when you're writing headlines and when you're writing copy. So, you're welcome. After you are 90% sure you have a killer headline, you're ready to move on to step 2 of this formula, which is writing a killer lead. The objective of the lead is to hook your viewers in and tell them what to expect in the copy. A killer lead can be broken down into different parts. First, there's the opening sentence. The goal is to capture your viewers' attention. This can be done with a fact, a bold statement, or a curiosity-filled fascination. For example, did you know the average American spends over $700 on gym membership yearly? That's $7,000 over 10 years. And they don't even use it. Now don't worry if you don't know what fascination is, because I will be making a full guide on how to write fascinations that sell, including 30 plus fill in the blank templates. So subscribe if you don't want to miss out on those. The rest of the checklist includes expand on the headline, establish credibility, make a big promise, build intrigue and curiosity, and last but not least, open a loop. A loop is an open-ended concept that forces the reader to continue to scroll down the page to find closure and figure out the answer. This is better known as the curiosity gap, which is the gap in information between what the reader knows and what they don't know. This will drive them crazy. It's like an itch they can't scratch. Let's break down Iman Gassi's sales page. So first, he starts off with a big promise in the opening headline to capture the viewer's attention. The secrets I used to go from high school dropout to online multimillionaire. Next, he just basically expands on the headline, and you can just slow us down if you want to read this yourself. He builds credibility, says how he's unique, and how like he's only a handful of 23 millionaires that's worth millions, and he's building intrigue and curiosity. And then he opens the loop by saying the new concept is a small yet effective change that you need. So that's the new thing they don't know, and the loop's opened. Now, the most important part, the body copy. This is where you convince the reader to believe in what you're saying. Oh yeah. Step 1, make a claim. Step 2, address common objections to what you're saying, e.g. they may not think that your product works for them. Step 3, back up your claim with proof, usually 3 pieces, as that hacks the human brain into being interested. And 4, present the benefits of believing your claim or the consequences of not believing in this claim. Let's look at Gary Halbert's $1 Million Smile ad. You want to know the bottom line real truth. The truth is, it is more expensive not to have a wonderful smile than to get to the expense to get one. Just in context, he's talking about getting a dentist to get you a white smile. So that's his claim. He also says that I don't know how to put exact financial value on what I call $1 million smile, but I bet it's $1,000 times more than it costs. That's another claim. Next, the objective to the claim would be, oh, but in business, looks don't count, so it doesn't matter. And then he says, in business, looks do count, which counters the objection. And then he backs us up with proof, and he basically just says, you don't have to have blah, blah, blah. If you don't smile because you're ashamed, I believe the overall financial cost to you will be, during the lifetime of your career, very considerable. This is also showing the consequence of believing in the objection. And then he says the benefits of believing in the claim, and he also appeals to LifeForce A. And the only part that matters if your goal is to make bank, the call to action, or the CTA. This is what the whole email, the intrigue, the curiosity has been building up to. You're shooting yourself in the backside if you skip this part, so make sure to include this. The call to action should be them keying in their credit card details, watching a recent YouTube video, or subscribing, or clicking a link to your sales page. Is there a better CTA? One that outperforms the rest? Well, not exactly. The call to action all depends on, number 1, what you are trying to persuade your viewers to do, and number 2, what killer copy format you are using. If you don't know a thing about formats and which is the best one to choose for you, then I got you, bro. Just look out for my next video and subscribe to not miss it. Now, the checklist. To summarize what's been said in 1 to 2 sentences. Present the call to action and drive home urgency and scarcity to force the reader into taking action now. One last quick resource before you go. The bottom line is, even with this formula and checklist, it can be confusing on what words to actually write. So I'm going to give you an inside tip that all the pros use to create clear copy. You need a swipe file. Now, what is a swipe file? A swipe file is a batch of the best pieces of copy in one file, which you have open in front of you when you're writing copy for one of 2 reasons. For inspiration, to inspire you about what copy to write, or to ethically steal. Let me explain the second option. You can ethically steal someone's copy by removing the words specific to their product and replacing those words with words specific to your product. Simple. Let me show you how. Okay, so we're gonna remove the specific information. So breakthrough for niche. We've entered a new golden age of niche. Breakthrough for dream outcome. I'm gonna go over this real quick so don't waste your time. First time in our niche, we can do ×3 benefits. means for the first time ever, you can get dream outcome in less time. And then say, that's why introduce product here. So I've been going a bit fast, boys, but you get the idea. Here, just go over how to. So in with this product, you will find. Scroll down. Times 5 features. Features of your product. So if you don't want to get left behind in your niche, if you notice, guys, they follow the format as well. This is him doing urgency and scarcity at the end and summarizing. Link here. And then name. Boom. Now, you may be wondering, where do I find top performing copy from? I got you. The killer free website where you can access hundreds of top performing copy is called Swipe.co. Here you can search by niche and by format, and there are 518 killer copy examples from copywriting pros up there. And they even have full breakdowns on why each copy performed so well. It's all done for you, and there's no need to search through all this noise, as the best names to look up are Gary Halbert, Eugene Schwartz, and John Carlton. Study their copy, write down, and look at those breakdowns. So now that you have your own swipe file, you have your own formula, you are now ready to start writing copy. Congrats on finishing this video. I know it's a long one, and subscribe so you won't miss out on future value.